On one of the coldest days of the year, I hopped on a plane in Denver and made my way to Fernwood Cabin in the Northwoods of Wisconsin. My mission was to add a couple wall heaters and tighten up the windows so our little cabin could withstand even the coldest stretches of winter. It was on its way to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit by the time I landed. As you can see, we've got some frosty windows here. These are single pane, double hung windows. And it is cold outside. It's about 0 degrees. And so these guys are just not doing enough to keep our little cabin warm. I'm just going to add a little R value to them. It's kind of a band-aid because I'm planning to replace these windows and do some more insulating things, as well as a lot of other work to this cabin at some point. But I'd like to get it through this winter and maybe the next one and just keep it a little warmer and a little more elegant. So I have these relatively inexpensive curtains that I bought, but I want them to sit a little tighter against this. So I have this very simple solution, just a few screws and a little bit of velcro, and we're just going to tighten these up without putting too much effort into it. These are the old $2 blinds that were in here before, and I am going to get rid of these because they have very little R value and very little aesthetic value. I just have these blackout curtain panels. There were 2 in one, and it's about $20 for the 2-pack. 38 inches wide by 84 inches long, so you'll just have to measure your windows and see what's appropriate. I got some very cheap pine here. That is 1x2. All right, we're going to fold these over. So in my case, I don't even have to level this because I'm just going to push it right up to this crown molding. Just going to try to get it even on the sides here. And because I have dark fabric, you can't really see the screw heads. There's probably other solutions to that. So now I got some heavy duty Velcro. This is 1-inch, 15-pound exterior type stuff. Extreme outdoor. And I'm just going to cut off of the what is this, the hook side? I don't know. The side that's going to grab the fabric better. Just a few inches like that. And yeah, you can do it. Peel the backing off. And then right down at the bottom here, you can see there's a little gap there. I just want that to be a little tighter. I'm going to actually go down onto the sill a little bit. And to get that tight. And you can just actually even pull this a little tighter. I'm going to have that right at the edge. Boom. Yeah, so it's pretty tight. So I just have these cheap bike hooks, $2 and something. Not the most elegant, but this is, again, just a band-aid. You could, of course, just get those fancier hooks for your curtains as well. Beautiful. I'm going to get a little fancier with this one because I don't want the curtain to hang all the way down to the floor for the kitchen window. So I measured it out. I'm just going to cut this to 58. I want the unfinished end at the top because it's going to get wrapped. Alright, hopefully for your sake I fast forwarded that part. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to do 2 wraps like that. Then pull this over. For this shorter curtain, I thought I would use a velcro strap instead of the hook, and I was going to attach it to the back, but this strap is too long. It would hang way down. So I'm doing a little modification. I cut this little piece off. I'm going to staple this to the middle, which is 17. That's right there. So a staple now. Okay, then I cut this piece, so this is going to hang behind the curtain, and we're going to want it to be like this, so I can go around it and then strap it back. I hope I'm doing this right. I'll have to pull the staples if I screwed this up. So this one I'm just going to get in there real good. Okay, now we'll go up. We can go like this through there, pull that tight, and voila. For the door, we're doing things a little differently. I'm going to put boards at both sides. All right. My total cost for 10 windows was about $130. On my last night at the cabin, I turned off the mini split and used only the electric fireplace and the 2 new 1500-watt wall heaters. With the new curtains closed and sealed, there was a noticeable difference in how quickly the cabin heated and in how warm I could get it. Whereas before we struggled to keep it at 60 degrees Fahrenheit in these kinds of temps, I was able to get it to 80 degrees before I went to bed. I had to turn the heat down, even though it had reached negative numbers again outside. That's a pretty good Band-Aid. We're actually going to turn this little cabin into one of those cute cottage-y cabins with a lot of wood and stonework over the next few years. And just, that's what,